Good morning to you all. As an information system manager, I'm here to present a 10-slide presentation about the smart shopping trolley, the shopping trolley of the future. This new invention by the in-town trolley company will help to save the precious time of its customers, as well as it will help the company to give more customer satisfactory service. To start with the subject matter, let's have a look at the table of contents. First, I would like to take you all through the introduction phase. In this, we will be looking at the smart trolley technology and how it can be utilized. Next phase will be about the smart trolley model and about the resources required, mainly about the hardware and software requirements. Also discussing the main benefits from the adoption of smart trolley and its associated risks. At the latter phase, we will be looking at the key drivers for the adoption of smart trolley, and then to the financial part to discuss about the sensitivity analysis, and finally to summarize the presentation with conclusion. In this slide, we will be discussing about the advantages and the hardware-software requirement needed for the implementation of the smart trolley. The introduction of the smart trolley came into the supermarket considering the commuter's convenience. Mainly, it helps to reduce waiting in queues, finding the location of the items, and adding up the cost of the items collected in the cart. Also, many advantages we will be discussing in the slides to come. The trolley that is going to be developed by the in-town project team is consist of LCD screen, RFID reader, LED map, transmitter, keypad, and portable battery. The smart trolley model explains the basic functions and its operations. Normally, customers can trace their purchases that are getting collected while they were shopping. Also, as they were pushing the cart, the smart trolley will synchronize and allow them to see what remains in the shopping cart list. Meanwhile, the RFID reader will scan the items, enabling them to pay for the items directly without having to queue up at the checkout. The trolley will also equip with a set of scales to weigh the items purchased. Even though the smart trolley exists in supermarkets, the smart trolley that is going to be developed by the in-town trolley company got the additional features as explained. Let's look into the main benefits of the smart trolley. It reduces the manpower required in billing section, which helps to reduce the expenses incurred by the management. Also, it helps easy installation and maintenance, achieve lower cost of selling, and from continuous price premium, the purchases from the existing customer will rise. Through this, the customer satisfaction and loyalty will be maintained. Let's have a look at the associated risks with the smart trolley. First-time users will find it difficult to use the card. Resources are limited since it is in the starting process. Also, for the elderly and the blind people, it will be difficult to handle with the latest technology. Maintenance costs and staff training costs will be costly for the management. Since the smart trolley is developed with the sensors and as per the design, no room for the children in the cart. Distraction can cause accidents and dilemmas. Also, continuous observation needed toward the trolley whether they are all functioning properly. The key drivers for the smart trolley adoption was considering the customer value and the company value. When we take the customer value, from the ease of use, most customers will be captured. The main reason for this is most of the users are nowadays familiar with the technology. Also, an increase in customers will help to avoid switching to new competitors. The other factor will be company value. Company brand image amongst the other competitors will increase. Also, the investment and the operating cost will be saved from the adoption of the smart trolley. Let's look into the smart trolley shopping process. At start, customers activate their card and start shopping. LCD screen indicates the items available in the supermarket where they can pick the items they wanted. After the purchases, RFID reader will record the transaction and price will be automatically stored. At last, bill will be processed automatically and displayed in the LCD panel. Payment term is accepted in smart card and cash basis. Let's see how the implementation of smart trolley will impact the business functions. The 4 business functions will be namely human resource, sales and marketing, accounting and finance, and production. Under human resource, manpower will be reduced since the innovation of the smart trolley. Also, training the staff about the new technology and recruiting the IT skilled employees to look after the functions of the smart trolley. In sales and marketing, introducing e-coupons to the customers as a step for promoting the items as well as the smart trolley. Also, reduce the paper consumption brochures, introduce advertising on the trolley screen, and increasing the awareness amongst the customers about the smart trolley technology. In accounting and finance, budget allocation will need to be done. Also, profit will increase through higher sales, and additional maintenance costs will be budgeted, which will be maintained below the budget. Under production, there won't be any wastage since the inventory is issued under just-in-time basis. This will help the sales to increase, also help to track the projected increase in demand. Let's move into the sensitivity analysis of the smart trolley. Under the base case scenario, we assume 10% of discount factor with a period of 6 years being taken. And when we take the benefit factors, cost saving on sensors, battery saving, maintenance benefit, improved efficiency and security savings are considered. Also, when we take the costing side of this analysis, LCD monitor, tablet, hardware cost, shopping cart, data server, and staff training are considered as major costs. Summary of the results in terms of capital expenditure is $1,500, and the present value benefit is $3,550, and the net present value of this project is $2,158. This will give the company 0.61 profitability index, 26% of IRR, and payback period of 3 years. Now we look at the outcomes based on the discount factor of 10% and the period of 6 years. In the best case scenario, 10% increase in the savings of sensors being considered under benefits, and whereas there are no changes in the cost. In the worst case scenario, 28% increase in data server and hardware being considered with no changes in benefits. 8% discount factor being considered on reduced cost on capital. Now we move on to the sensitivity analysis summary of the in-town trolley company. The summary explains the base case scenario, best case scenario, worst case scenario, and the 8% discount factor. As we explained earlier, in the base case scenario, with 10% discount factor, the NPV is $2,158 and the IRR was 26% with a payback period of 3 years. For the best case scenario, 10% increase in the saving of sensors led to a higher NPV of $2,698 with a 30% IRR and the payback period which is improved to 2 years. In the worst case scenario, the NPV is negative with a 9% IRR and the payback period is 5 years. This is due to 28% increase in hardware and the data server cost. The final assumption of 8% discount factor, where all the other variable held constant, was resulted with a better NPV of $2,553 compared to the base scenario with the same payback period and IRR. Therefore, the best case scenario is suitable and indicates project is viable. To conclude, considering the changing trend in retail shopping, we come to a conclusion that the smart shopping cart is most certainly a definite necessity for the supermarket chain to step up their portfolios, cope up with the advancement in technology, and save time and manpower.